Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a fun little trend that I saw on Twitter. The first person who I saw doing this was actually the YouTuber Ginger Ninja OWO June. They were posting the color wheel character challenge on Twitter, and they were the first person I saw do this. And I really wanted to try doing this. And then after I saw them post, a bunch of other artists that I follow started posting about it. And I thought that I would try my hand doing this challenge. I'm probably a little late when this will go up, but not that I care that I'm late, but it would have been nice maybe if I was more timely, but also I was kind of busy. Also, I'm filming this on the 4th of July, so if you hear fireworks in the background, that is why. But let me get started. Oh, I guess I should preface this that as you can see, I started this already, and then I redid it. So let me start. So I originally just took the template from June's Twitter account because I had like a plain template, but I decided that their colors were too bright, so I decided to dim them down a bit. So I'm redoing the color wheel and picking more not as bright colors, because I feel like my colors that I tend towards, like, they're still decently bright, but they're not as bright as the ones they were using. But as you can see, I started this already. For red, I decided to do Keith. Most people, when they do this challenge on like Instagram or Twitter, they'll ask like their followers for character inspo or like to give them a character to draw. And I did not. I just wanted to pick characters that I like and enjoy. And also this was added a little bit later on, but I also wanted to pick characters from different series. So red, first I decided to do Keith. I was like, unfortunately, I wasn't part of the Voltron fandom. I don't know what that says about me, but I was. And I really liked Keith. Keith and Shiro were my two favorite characters. I just love Keith's little sass, and he was a brooding boy. And also for Voltron, they're all color-coded, so it's very easy. Like, if you were to do this challenge with all Voltron characters, you probably could, because every single character has a color associated with them. And, of course, red, it goes for good boy Keith. I'm not too sure if I really ran into any troubles with this. Like, this whole like entire like process that you'll see, like I do the same, like the exact same step for like every single character. I purposely had it where I only allowed myself two sketch layers. I have my super duper messy sketch layer, and then my more refined sketch layer, and then I do my line art, and then my color. And then I decided to do like simple shading because I feel like with the original Keith that I did, I feel like that's not closer to my actual style, but I feel like when I normally draw, that's kind of what I gravitate to. Though I feel like my style changes. Like, I feel like even if you look at like all my videos that I did, almost every single one of them has a different vibe to it. I think because I also like to change what I line with. But for my line art for this one, I use a technical pen. I believe it's a default line art pen on Procreate. So I use that to line every single one of them. It's honestly really nice inker. It's super, like, it's very smooth and it doesn't really have a lot of texture to it. So I think it just has like a nice feel to it. But yeah, so next, after my good red boy Keith, I did the best orange boy that I know, which is Hinata from Haikyuu. I love Haikyuu. I have been a part of the fandom for a long time now. Even before I started an art Instagram and stuff, I was a big Haikyuu stan. I think for sports anime, there's just such a special feel to it. And I feel like I love Hinata's enthusiasm and the fact that he truly never gives up. Someone I aspire to be. I mean, he's a little hard-headed. Well, not hard-headed. He's kind of stubborn, but he knows what he wants and he's going to do his best to get it. And I just love how cheerful he is. The show would not be the same without his enthusiasm, I feel. And I feel like a lot of sports anime. I've watched a decent amount of sports anime, like Kuroko no Basket and why am I blanking? Oh, Run with the Wind. Run with the Wind is honestly probably my favorite sports anime, but they're not as color-coded as Hinata is. Hinata is truly an orange boy, so. But I do recommend Run with the Wind. It honestly is super inspiring. I was like, yeah, run a marathon. I can do that. But yeah, I don't know what to say about my process because I feel like once you see one, you can kind of tell what I'm going to do for the rest of them. I very much try to have closed line art, made sure that I didn't have many gaps so that I could just drop in the color and just try to fill in the small gaps. Man, I don't I hope everyone is having a good, safe summer, I guess. Like I said, I'm filming this on the 4th of July, so happy America Day. I went to Anime Expo because I live in California and Anime Expo is during this weekend. So I went on Sunday. It was super duper fun. I went with my friends and we bought the tickets last minute because I wasn't expecting to go to Anime Expo with them, but I talked to one of my friends. I was like, hey, we should hang out, we should do something. And then he texted back being like, we should go to Anime Expo. So I went. I bought lots of art. I only went one day, but it was super fun. I'm super sore from walking. It's so crowded, but it was worth it. I bought some really great art. Yeah, it was amazing experience. Cons are so special. I didn't go to any panels, mostly because I looked and there wasn't any panels that I necessarily wanted to go to, so I just spent my day spending money. But Yellow Boy is Aang, and you'll see in the end, I inadvertently ended up doing 4 boys and 4 girls. I didn't necessarily plan on doing that, but I did. I split the difference. I did 4 and 4. So Aang is my yellow boy. I have said this in the past, but I love Avatar. It is truly an incredible series, and I do not know where I would be without it because I think that I started my art journey because of Avatar. I remember when I was in elementary school, I drew Zuko for my mom. I don't know if I would really truly be an artist and want to go into this field without this show. And Aang is also another big, enthusiastic boy, so he's got a big smile on his face. Yeah, I just kind of love Aang's journey throughout the entire series. It just feels so special. And I don't know where the show would be without him. I have also been on a journey of buying Avatar and Korra art books. There are these like special deluxe edition art books for Avatar and Legend of Korra, and I am halfway through collecting them. Because they have like these special, like, not binders, but like covers that they come with, and when you buy all of them, their spines make a like fancy design. So you know that I can't just not have all of them. Because I originally bought the Avatar special edition one, not really knowing that the Korra ones like made the special design with it. I just bought the special edition one because I love Avatar and I needed the art book. But I bought season 4 art book for Korra, and then I put 2 and 2 together and realized, oh, I need to buy season 1 through 3 for Korra to make the image. So I am slowly making my way to buying all of the other ones. I have Avatar season 1 of Korra and season 4 of Korra, so all I need is 2 and 3. And then I will have the spines to make a nice little image together. And then my green character is my lovely girl Coco from Witch Hat Atelier. This manga, like, if you haven't looked into Witch Hat Atelier or any of, like, Shirohama Kamome's art, like, the mangaka for Witch Hat Atelier, her art is so stunning. And I feel like Witch Hat, especially as an artist, has such a, not a cathartic feel, but there's a lot of like art-related struggles in Witch Hat, but also the story is just super intriguing in the world that Shirohama Sensei is building. So I think they announced that there's going to be an anime of Witch Hat. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not too sure necessarily when it's coming out, but I'm pretty sure they announced that it is going to happen eventually. And I'm just so excited because, like I said, if they're able to match the style that Shirohama Sensei has for Witch Hat, like, it'll be a totally gorgeous, a 10 out of 10 anime. It's just such an intriguing world full of, magic and witches, and there's lots of danger that is involved in this world. It's just super intriguing. I can't help but hope and pray that the anime adaptation ends up, staying faithful to the manga and has that really good-hearted spirit. And like seeing Coco's journey, she is such a wide-eyed girl and is so hopeful for the magic world, and seeing her struggle and, thrive in that world is truly inspiring. So if you haven't already, please go read Witch Hat Atelier, or at least look at the art, because it's still amazing and incredible. So yeah, recommendation. My next is my teal girl, which honestly, there's no other person who fits this color more than the queen Hatsune Miku. Like, I feel like I've skimmed through a couple of other people's like color wheel challenge, and a lot of people put Hatsune Miku as this color. I feel like she's just so iconic that you just can't not. And, she rules the world, so you gotta put her there. I love Hatsune Miku. I have been like an avid listener since probably, middle school. So like 7, maybe more than 7 years. Actually, definitely more than 7 years, probably like 9 or something. But Miku, love her. Also, I've been playing a lot of the rhythm game. Ooh, is it Project Sekai? Is that what it's called? I don't remember what it's called, but it is a mobile rhythm game for Hatsune Miku. I am kind of a bit of a fake fan because... Ooh, my dog is barking. Awkward. But for the rhythm game, there is also a visual novel aspect that there's like original characters for the game. And I love all the designs of them. And I think they all look so cool and it's such a fun idea. But I have not read a single, not even one chapter of the visual novel. I'm so much of a fake fan. There's so many great character designs, and I really am intrigued in the other characters. But I just am here to play my silly little rhythm game. Yeah, so Hatsune Miku, the queen, she is who I gotta do for that color. Next is a more deep blue, and I decided to do Meg from Hades. Originally, I was going to do Korra because she's pretty deep blue, but I decided that I didn't want to do another Avatar character. I know Korra is like her own series, so I could make the argument, but I decided to do Meg from the game Hades. I am not much of a gamer, but if you all know the iconic scene of Zagreus pushing up his hair in the announcement trailer for the game, then you know that I am a sucker because I got hooked and I said I will become a gamer just for this game. And because I don't play games very often, I wouldn't say that I'm bad at the game, but I think it just took me a lot longer to maybe complete the game. Well, I don't know if I would necessarily say I completed the game, but I did beat Hades once, and I'm very proud that I beat him. And I've come close multiple times to beating him another time, but I don't play games very often, and I just feel like also I take long breaks in between when I played, so there are times where I'd make good progress and then I wouldn't play for like 2 months and then come back and be like, I am not doing that good. But I love Meg. I honestly love her voice in the game. She's such a bad bitch. Like, she's got bad bitch attitude. She knows that she's cool. And her design, she's so strong and she's tall. She's just so cool. I don't know what to say about her. She just knows that she's the girl, and what more can you ask for in a strong woman? But I also, when I comparing her to all the other characters that I did for this challenge, she's also the most complex that I did for this Is this a challenge? I guess it's a challenge. For this challenge, she just, like, Hades' character, I guess because she's a video game character and she's not animated like all the other people on this wheel are from TV shows or like animated shows, and she's from a video game, so she's allowed to be a little bit more complex. But she is the most complex, and because I was doing a more simple style, that it was a little hard to figure out how to simplify her design. But I think I did a decent job on, doing a happy medium, because she is very complex and, like, she just got a lot of stuff on her. I mean, it makes sense, but also, fun fact, her Miku and then the pink character, who I guess I'll spoil, is Kurama, are the only ones who I add a shadow to their hair because they have long hair. For the style that I was trying to do for the hair, like I feel like I want to do simple shadows. I didn't want to have a lot of shadows going on because it would take me a long time. So I opted to not shade the hair and just add like the cute little highlights. So, but yeah, so Miku, Meg, and then for the pink character, which is Kurama, they're the only ones who I actually shade, which I didn't shade a lot, but I added some shadow to have nice depth because they have the longest hair in all the characters that I picked. But for purple, I decided to do Raven from Teen Titans. She's also the only one who I gave a more complex action pose. Mostly because, like, I love Raven from Teen Titans. She was so cool. And I honestly loved her powers. Like, there's just something about her that's so captivating. She's also another bad bitch. But it's just, I love her powers. I just think she's so cool. Like, as a kid, when I watched Teen Titans, like, I was like, I knew all of them were cool. But I mean, I think most people know that. Raven is that girl. She really is. I have not watched Teen Titans in a very, very long time, but I always loved her. She's always been my favorite. I just love her design, her powers. She is so cool. So, for her pose, I decided to do her a more action-oriented, not that, like when she's using her powers and she's, you know, her eyes are covered in shadow and she's got glowing eyes. But yeah, I spent about 30 minutes on each character, give or take. But so, because I recorded this in 2 days, so I did 4 characters one day and 4 characters another. And I would say it took I drew each day probably around 2 hours. So each character is give or take 30 minutes, which I think is pretty good. Because I don't know if I consider myself a fast artist. I feel like I'm not fast or slow. I feel like I'm pretty, like, not average, but like I wouldn't consider myself fast, and I don't think I'm necessarily slow. I think I'm only slow because I take a lot of breaks in between. So there's that. So yeah, pink is Kurama. I think, hold on. Did my recording not pick up? I don't think my recording picked up some of my drawing process of Kurama, which is a bit sad, but he's here. It picked up again, which is good. I did Miku through Kurama, like I said, all today, actually. And I did it all in one sitting, so that I'm guessing that's probably why it did not like that, so probably, like, it did not pick up some of it. But it's just a sketching process, so I guess you didn't miss too much, but yeah. So last but not least is good boy Kurama, who was my first love. I love Kurama. He is great. He is the reason why I started watching Yu Yu Hakusho, which in turn got me into anime. Like, I saw his transformation scene when he first turned into Yoko Kurama, and I was hooked. He really said bang. If you know the game what I'm talking about, you know. But I love Kurama. He's he's such an interesting demon. I think like when you really kind of like get his vibe, like there's a part like he's a demon that like loves humanity because like he loves his mother, which makes him a good person, which I think is so interesting because like he was reborn as a human and still remembered his old demon memories. And he's like, my mother, great. Like, I want to save my mother, which is how, Yusuke and Kurama end up meeting because he steals that artifact. And he's like, but he doesn't want to use it for anything bad. He just wants to save his mother. I'm like, wow, get you a man who loves his mom. Like, honestly, he's great. Yeah, I love him so much. I love Kurama. He's such a good guy. But there you have it. I really rambled, but it's kind of, I couldn't figure out like what I want to talk about for all of these, characters, but I did it. Here it is. I hope that you had a fun time watching my process. I hope that maybe you do this, you get inspired if you haven't done it already. And I hope that you are keeping, safe during the summer. And yeah, please like, comment, share, and subscribe and all that jazz. And have a good one. Bye.